Thank you for listening to Lone Star Community Radio. This program was broadcasted and recorded live from the LSCR studios in downtown Conroe, Texas. Lone Star Community Radio is supported by listeners like you. Donate and sponsor today. For more information on getting involved with Lone Star Community Radio, contact us at lscrstudios@gmail.com or visit us online at www.irlonestar.com. This presentation of Texas Ticket on Lone Star Community Radio is presented by True Texas Solar, Solar Energy Systems. True Texas Solar is Montgomery County's trusted provider of turnkey solutions for your home.
Lone Star Radio on my mind. So won't you kick your feet up if you have a minute? Turn your radio dial to the Texas Ticket.
Welcome back to the Texas Ticket. This is Armando, and I'm with Shurrie.
Hey there.
Shurrie, how was your weekend? How was your week or two? We had a week off there. How did everything go?
Yeah.
You all right?
No, it was good. Rodeo season was in full effect, so I've been downtown a lot.
Oh yeah, I saw the getup. I saw the outfit, the apparel.
Yes, we did a big Hyatt corporate
ensemble
event, so we were there for a while.
Yeah. Did you get to see Trent?
I saw Luke.
Kai?
No, I didn't.
You didn't go over there?
No.
Well, there's a lot of stuff coming up, and there's definitely some Trent Cowie in our future.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be at the biggest Texas Fest that's
Yes.
coming up here, but we have a little time before that. But going ahead of that today on the show, we've got the team from the Moonshiners on the lake.
Yeah.
Moonshiners on
Brand
the lake.
new.
And we've also got the team from Remnant Stew, Live Plant Tours. Remnant Stew does, and they're going to talk to us a little bit about the upcoming solar eclipse. Solar eclipse. I had it backwards.
Yeah. It's April 8th, right?
Yeah, and I watch a lot of YouTube, so I kind of know what I'm talking about.
Oh,
but
do you?
there's a lot to be said there, so we'll be able to work with them on that. So we'll have Leah Calvert and company on it later, and then we'll go over the Punch Your Texas Ticket segment of the show there at the end and kind of go over all the events going on. And there's like the Mudbug Music Festival, the Conroe Crossroads Festival.
Yes.
It just
Easter
goes on
egg
and on.
hunts,
all the major
brunch,
garage sales are going on Saturday, the
garage
big
sale,
neighborhoods.
Montgomery County Fair. There's a bunch of stuff.
So we'll save some of that. And a lot of talent. I have Randy Rogers is going to be in Montgomery. All kinds of stuff.
Yes.
So we're going to do that. But let's get this show started with the Moonshiners on the lake. Jake Elward and
Richard Martin. Yes, sir.
Guys, welcome to the show. Welcome to the Texas Ticket.
Thank you for having us.
And you got a new place out there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we are kicking off our soft opening tomorrow at 4 p.m. So that'll be our first official day open.
You better be ready. I mean, just because you put soft in front of it does not mean they're not going to Yelp you 100%. Service was terrible. It was like we were training the lady. They don't care, and it'll be up there for the life of the business.
Yeah, so we will do. We're going to try to do a soft opening.
You better take it serious.
We will do limited seating if we start getting crazy slammed. So
you feel ready? Y'all ready? I mean, I hate to spook you out like before a fight or something. I thought it was just dinner.
Oh no, I've been in the industry for almost 20 years. He has been as well. So we're both kind of used to the controlled chaos that is
right. And
a restaurant.
You'll have a Moonshine Deck. Magnolia's Moonshine Deck.
Yeah, we've got the location in Magnolia. We don't do a kitchen there, but we do have food trucks out there at that one.
Yeah, and you got 4 of these, right? So 4 Moonshiners.
Original one was downtown at Main Street and Prairie, and then our second location was in the Heights. Third one in Magnolia, and then we have our fourth one opening on the lake.
Okay, and just for the audience and that's listening, it's Jake Elward with us here, and you're the general manager.
Yes, the general manager.
So you've been to all these locations, right? You go there and do a little tour of duty at every single one of them.
Oh yeah,
cool.
Yeah,
and
put in my time.
yeah, and get to know them, I guess, and the embassies of each location. And so you've got one in Magnolia, of course, and that seems a little family oriented. It's got that nice big area out there. The food trucks, like you said.
Live music.
Yeah, we do live music there. We do crawfish.
Yeah.
All of it. So
a lot of networking. A lot of networking out there. I've been a few over there. I think I got my last headshot there.
Is it going to be the one on the lake? Same kind of concept?
Pretty similar. We do have a full kitchen. So that's really the biggest difference.
Mm-hmm.
The one in Magnolia is more of like a bar atmosphere. This one is more of a restaurant atmosphere. It is right on the lake though, so you got the great view. We have all the glass windows in the back of the building, so it just opens right up to the lake.
You have a marina with everybody where boats
You could
can
tie
come.
up. Yeah.
Yeah, we've got 6 docks out there that they could tie up to. So plenty of access from the lake. And
Tell me about the food, the fare. What kind of food are we talking about? I mean,
So it's called Southern. It's called the Moonshiners Southern Table and Bar.
Okay.
So it's got kind of a southern kind of twang to it. Some barbecue, brisket that we smoke in house. We actually, I don't know if I can really say it, but we are endorsed by Alex Bregman of the Astros. He loves
I
our.
call him my husband.
Oh, okay.
oh wow.
Well, then you should know this.
Yeah.
His favorite sandwich is our brisket and mac and cheese sandwich. Or
That
brisket
sounds
grilled
amazing.
cheese.
I saw that
Brisket
on
grilled
the
cheese, sorry.
wall.
yeah,
It's
he
like
loves
out
that
there.
thing.
That is amazing.
So it's one of our biggest sellers, that brisket grilled cheese. It's a slow smoked brisket that we do. We smoke it for 14 hours.
down.
I'm writing it down.
Note to self.
I'm like, that sounds exactly like something I would order.
So yeah, we do the slow smoked brisket, the slow smoked pork, and then of course we got chicken dishes and burgers and redfish and catfish and shrimp.
Yeah, redfish. What you got on with redfish?
Texas redfish with a cream sauce on top. It's really good.
Just some good comfort food. Huh?
Oh yeah, Southern style.
Are you doing entertainment, music, or how's it go? I don't know. I haven't been in the place, so I have no idea.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
Well,
what kind
not
of?
a lot of people have, unless you're hired by us. Then
Yeah. So what's there
We'll,
like?
we'll be doing some entertainment once we get up and rolling. We're gonna try to ease into it for the first probably 2 or 3 months or so,
Okay.
and then we'll get some live music, karaoke, DJs, things like that
Is our
rolling
pool
in there.
table still in the middle there?
No pool
Check out
tables.
the pool
no.
table. Okay.
We've got a couple arcades in there for the kids, but but yeah, no pool tables unfortunately.
So you're gonna come right in right at the top of the summer. It's gonna be like it's
Prime time.
Prime time to.
Oh, yeah.
You get to know everybody and everybody to get to know you. And what day did you say was your kickoff day?
Soft opening is tomorrow at 4 p.m.
Friday.
then
Well, the show airs on Friday, so you'll
Wednesday the 20th.
Wednesday, yeah.
It was Wednesday the 20th. So we'll looking forward. We'll see how that went, and because it'll air on Friday for you, and good. But this weekend will be a full weekend. So going forward today, as they're watching the program, you folks at home, that's today. You're open Friday night, right?
We will be, yes, at 4 o'clock. We're gonna
4 o'clock.
We're gonna kind of keep it soft in the beginning. I still have some a bit more kitchen staff to hire, so right now we're gonna be closed on Mondays, and we'll open at 4 p.m. Once we're fully comfortable with everything, then we'll kick it off to full 7 days a week, 11 a.m. to.
But Friday, Saturday, and Sunday you'll be open this weekend.
Yes,
we
sir.
will 4 o'clock.
Okay. And you're serving crawfish?
We're not gonna do crawfish starting out. We'll probably do that next
Okay.
season, just so we can get
Yeah.
our core menu down and get that.
That's a whole other
Yeah.
ball game.
Yeah, crawfish is a different
Yeah.
beast.
But you can get the redfish.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, guys, I guess we're still in that staging of setting it all up and getting that first pace ready. This will be our first opening weekend. We can all kind of come in and get an experience for the kind of the basic stuff, but without the crawfish and some of the other stuff. Maybe like you said, karaoke, some of that other stuff. Did you you have 2 other where are the other 2 locations?
We have the one in Magnolia.
Yeah.
Which is what's that cross street there?
That's a great question.
It's
I'm not sure.
1488
It's right around
Honey
Egypt
Egypt.
Road.
Yeah,
1488
1488.
Honey
Around
Egypt.
14 Egypt.
Yeah, right around
Okay.
Egypt, something like that.
Then we have the location in the Heights, and then
The Heights.
the location downtown at Main Street and Prairie.
Main
Heights
Street
is
and Prairie.
19th Street.
What are they all called? What are those called? What's the Heights
The
called?
the Heights is Moonshine Deck.
Moonshine Deck.
And then the downtown location is Moonshiners Southern Table, and of course the one in Magnolia, it's an ice house because we don't have a kitchen there, so
Okay.
we call that one Moonshine Deck Ice House.
And y'all have different bands play at these different places all the time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I know a lot of artists that play over at the Moonshine Deck and get out there and do that stuff. And do you regard those as more of like venue stores? I mean,
I know the
More like a
management's-
bar. Some of them.
Yeah, kind of like an adult playground.
Yeah.
You know, we got the giant LED TV out there that's great for sports and all that. So, and then of course the live music
Yeah.
that we do.
Little pickleball court out there, and
Yeah.
A pickleball.
oh yeah,
really?
they got pickleball out there. They got the what
Yeah,
is
the
it,
cornhole.
cornhole.
Yeah.
Yeah, cornhole. I can see that. Pickleball. Oh, y'all sweaty.
Don't sleep on pickleball, man. You gotta work for
Yeah,
that. You gotta work for it.
that sounds hard. I'm more than that brisket grilled cheese that we've been talking about. We can dial
Oh
back.
yeah.
You gotta work it off.
Oh, God, that brisket grilled cheese sounds good. I knew I should have ate. I'm starving.
So what I hear though is you guys are hiring still, right? Yeah.
I am
Or
looking
not.
for back of house staff.
Okay, back of house.
My front of house is locked in. So I've got some great people from around
Yeah.
the area. So a lot of the bartenders have been in that area for quite a while. So
Good.
there'll be familiar faces in there when people
Cool.
come out.
And so we could start coming out this weekend, and there's like up and down 105. You've got the Mudbug Music Festival in Montgomery.
yeah.
A lot of traffic going through there.
I did not know about that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that'll
this
be the
weekend.
23rd. That's Randy Rogers. That's
Yep.
the Randy Rogers show out there. He's along with Jeff Canada, Wayne
There's a
Toops,
bunch,
and
I
there's
had
a
no
few
idea
others.
Randy Rogers was coming into town. I would love to go see him.
Yeah. Well, it's a hop, skip, and a jump. You can get down there and see him Saturday afternoon.
And tell
Looks
us
like
a
I'm
little-
having to close on Saturday. Then. Go see Randy
Yeah.
Rogers.
I think he gets on stage around 8:30, 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. You'll be closing.
Is that the one that's right next to that brand new Kroger?
Yeah, he's on 8:30 to 10, and he's past the new Kroger.
Past
It's
the
off.
Kroger.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But Ransoms is down there is where they have
Oh.
that.
Yeah. Then.
I know what you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah, so it's out in that field right out front.
So
you
where
can go
can
there.
they find you? Like, what's your web address, or where
So
can they look at the menu? Or
We are on social media with Moonshiners on the Lake. Our physical location is 15659 Marina Drive. So we're just past, you got Fajita Jack's right there, that little
Yeah.
shopping center. We're just past that, right on the water.
Take a right after that little Valero Circle K
Yeah.
at that light right there. And
Yeah, like when we used to go to Captain Jack's down there. Right down there where Captain Jack's used to be.
Yeah, some of the social media stuff we're still working
It's
on.
only like 30 years old and in direction there. Like,
I've heard of that
it's
place. I actually
Captain
had a
Jack,
couple-
What the hell is he talking
I have
about?
2 applicants come in from that place,
Oh,
but
wow.
I've never been there.
they're old school bartenders.
Yeah, like wow, did you really? No way. But if you're living back in Diamond Head, that's such a great, cool little place to work. You know what I mean? Like if you're a young girl or a young guy, you know, living back in Diamond Head, or you know that whole area back there, it's got some nice houses, but you know that's the end of the street, like where your parents would call the cutoff. You know, you can only go to right there. You know.
Yeah, there was a lot of the customers that have been stopping by that were talking about they drive their golf carts up there to that
Yeah.
location. I guess previously it was the Edge, and before that it was the Back Porch. And
El
there was-
Dorado Jacks.
That was a while back. That's only the second time I've heard of that. The first time I heard it, I didn't even remember the name. It was only one person that told me about that place. And I didn't. Unfortunately, I didn't get to visit any of those locations.
You can still hit that back gate, you know, from April Sound and get to the back fence and hop over and still walk over to your place
Yeah.
without, you know, ever put anybody at risk, you know. And they, you know, as long as the people are cool there in the April Sound, that's on the other side of the white gate. None of my affair, you know, whatever. But I'm just saying, if you did, there's a couple of dead ends right there. Sound security can, you know,
They're
can
tough.
be talked to. You leave a little note.
Yeah,
you know,
the
you leave a little note.
residents-
Dear April Sound Security, I'm at Moonshiners. Do not tow my golf cart. My member number is.
Yeah, the residents over there were telling me that they used to have that gate open.
But it wasn't a gate. Yeah. It
They
was like,
petitioned
oh.
the homeowners association to open that gate for them, and then I guess after COVID happened and that the Edge went out of business, they ended up closing that gate. So maybe
they'll open it back up.
Have you
would
been to
love for
Hellcat
that.
Yeah.
Coffee?
no, I haven't even heard of that.
Oh my gosh, this place is amazing. Hellcat Coffee on 105 West.
okay.
So it's just going down towards the lake.
you
It's
go
like
to
if you get down
Yeah.
there, that is the Italian strawberry soda fizz
Fizz.
energy drink.
Good flavor.
Mine's great. Super sweet though. They're
Yeah.
super sweet.
Pretty sweet,
but you know, I requested super sweet. So, like, you know, she doesn't like super sweet.
No.
But you've got the atomic blonde.
Yeah, that's good.
You have vanilla.
I don't even know. I
Caramel?
couldn't taste
I
anything.
think it's just espresso and vanilla cream or something like that.
I want-
Yeah, and wow. popping. Stuff's good stuff. It's Hellcat. You can get that back and forth on your way to work down there.
There you go. That'll
You
work.
know, as you move from here and you're going back out to Marina Bay Drive down there on 105 West, going towards April Sound, right there on the right-hand side.
Oh, okay.
Halfway between here and there, right past the Center Bridge, you'll be able to see Hellcat Coffee.
Okay, coffee.
That was good.
Very good.
Yeah,
Sounds
it's
good.
fantastic.
Good little plug.
Yeah. Later, I'm going to have my red eye. So my plugs are even faster. Yeah. Woo! It's going to get going here in a minute. But websites, we already established that. You get a website, you get a page.
Yeah, we have the Facebook. All the other social media stuff we're still building. So
And if I want to call you and just, ask you questions, solicit you, other things like that, what number should we call?
We've got 936-224-7989.
Okay. And looking forward to getting my first experience.
Yeah.
It's coming up.
Oh, yeah.
And are you guys going to be over there this weekend?
Oh, yeah. We'll be living there.
The
Yeah.
weekend?
Pretty
You'll be
much.
there the weekend?
Pretty
Okay, cool.
much.
I'd like to see a familiar face say, hey, I'm that guy. Somebody owes me a free dessert. Wait a minute. This isn't what I'm supposed to expect any guess. I can't accept this cheesecake in behalf of the station. I cannot. I'm weak. I'll probably give in to the cheesecake.
Oh, yeah. Everybody gives them the cheesecake.
Always. Always. After that brisket grilled cheese sandwich.
You know I'm
Tired
going
of
to
all
get.
of that.
It's like he's reading my mind. All right. Well, see you guys this weekend, and we'll look for you online. We'll share some of the links below, all the stuff, the phone numbers. We'll share some of the stuff about the new hires, folks looking for somewhere to work, and back of the house, and, who knows, send them your way,
Yeah,
send them all your way. Okay.
Absolutely.
Well, guys, thank you for coming. We appreciate you making time to come to the station. Folks, we'll be right back
Yeah.
after this.
Thank you for having us.
4.5 Lone Star Radio on my mind. So won't you kick your feet up?
Texas Ticket is sponsored by True Texas Solar, Montgomery County's trusted provider of turnkey solar solutions for your home. True Texas Solar provides renewable clean energy services to residential homeowners seeking energy independence to reduce or eliminate electrical utility grid costs while utilizing government and manufacturing incentives for renewable energy savings. True Texas Solar can be reached by phone at 936-286-8325 or visit them online at www.truetexassolar.com.
Lone Star Radio on my mind. So won't you kick your feet up if you have a minute? Turn your radio dial to the Texas Ticket. Giving you the news and what's really in it. Come on, boys, let's get it.
Welcome back to the Texas Tickets, Armando and Shurrie Potts.
Hey.
And the Remnant Stew Crew.
Yeah.
Did I say it right? Stew Crew.
Remnant Stew.
Crew.
The Stew Crew.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys made it out. And Dr. Stephen Meeker and Leah Lamb.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And I got your card from my daughter. She goes to the junior high, and I think that Remnant Stew had come out to talk about the
Yeah, I had been there doing
Holocaust.
a Holocaust presentation at Montgomery Junior High, and also told the kids that if they liked good stories, that they should listen to our podcast, because that's what we're about. Very interesting stories and strange but true stories. That's
right.
That's what we
And
really
I
are.
did. I went and looked. I got the comment, like, where'd you get this? Is this mine? And they're like, no, I was supposed to give it to you. I'm like, okay. And how'd you get it? And they went to my school. So I went and looked. And yeah, it's got a lot of really cool stuff. It's
Thank you
really
very
neat.
much.
Yeah, we think so.
We've been at it
So-
for about we're in our just started our 5th season, and so we have over
Yes.
80 episodes that are out now. And I think you calculated we've been downloaded in 81 different countries.
Dang.
Over close to 30,000 times, and we
That's
get
right.
comments
That's right.
from all around the world, which is really fun.
We really do.
And we record right here in the greater we say the greater cut and shoot area because it's funny.
Shoot area.
We have cut and shoot on our sign. We talk about being in the cut and shoot area.
That's right.
We actually record here in Conroe, but yeah, it's more fun to say
The
cut
cut
and
and
shoot.
Yeah.
shoot surrounding area.
Right.
And we're the main hosts, but we do have some other people that we need to mention. We've got Phil Sinkfeld, who is our audio producer, and he also comments on our stories. He gets our stories when we bring them to the studio.
He hasn't seen them
He
first.
hasn't seen them. He doesn't even know what we're going to talk about. So his reactions are very authentic.
Right.
And he's got a lot of dad jokes, cringy dad
Love
jokes.
those.
I'm like, so does
I love a good dad joke.
Right.
Dick's really into that.
And then we have one feature. So each episode is over a specific topic.
Okay.
Like on Monday,
Underground was our first one of the new season.
Yeah, Underground was the first one that just
Weird
dropped
things
last
that are
Monday.
underground.
And so during an episode, we'll talk about all kinds of different stories, like 5 to 10 to 12 stories
Right.
concerning that topic.
Okay.
And then we have a feature called Oddity du Jour, which is absolutely off topic.
A little bit
and
something different. Yeah.
off kilter. And my son Sam came on board for season 5 to do that.
Right.
So he's the Oddity du Jour guy. And then his wife, Judy Meeker, also does a lot of research.
She helps
so
me
that's
with
that's our whole
researching, and
team.
she
Yeah, that was gonna
edits
be my
my
question.
writing.
Was how do you find your stories?
Well, we find them in all kinds of ways. Sometimes they literally come and find us. About a little over a year ago, I was having internet updated at my house, and the young man who came out to install it was talking with him, and I got to ask him if he was from Conroe. He's a young Hispanic gentleman, and he said, no, he actually grew up in Cuba.
Oh, wow.
And I said, really, tell me about it. Well, his story was so fascinating that he actually escaped from Cuba
Wow.
10 years ago and is now living, his wife also escaped, and they're living in the Conroe area. And so I said, we've got to get you come in and let us interview you for our podcast. And he did, and that episode is called Escape. It's really a great story.
It
You won't
really
find a
is.
more patriotic American than this guy. I mean, he is so grateful for what he has here, and it was just, it was a very good story. His story is very inspiring,
And then his wife also escaped
Right,
at a
yeah.
different time. And she literally got into a handmade boat
Right.
made from trash. And we don't normally interview people,
Right.
but we do sometimes if they come to us and they have an interesting and bizarre story.
We've interviewed a few in our studio. Usually it's us finding information on our own. Sometimes it's just something that we're interested in. Sometimes we hear about something. Sometimes our listeners request that we research and do a show on something. Somebody said, do a show on bees. Okay, we did a really
right.
nice show on bees, all kinds of things about bees. And, So
that's
sometimes
cool.
in my travels, I run into interesting things that are I think, oh, this will make a good episode. In fact, this is Sir Kraken here with me. He's our octopus mascot. And when I go on travels, he goes with me. And so we were in Canada a few months ago, back in September. And we were driving around in Prince Edward Island and came across a sign that said, Canadian Potato Museum. I thought, well, we got to see that.
Right?
I like strange museums. And so, yeah, it was fun. So we have a whole episode coming up about everything
About
potato.
Potatoes.
Yeah.
Wow. But Leah, maybe you did. I think the topic of what's up and coming was this solar eclipse that's on the horizon.
That's
That's
right.
true.
We did an episode last season, was
Right,
it? Or
a
was it
couple of
season
seasons
3?
ago called
Anyway,
Look to the Skies.
Look to the Skies, about all the things that you can see in the skies. And we covered solar eclipses and lunar
Explain them,
eclipses
right.
and all of that. Well, we are in the perfect place. Well, maybe not perfect, but
Close to
near
perfect. Yeah.
I feel
for
perfect.
the
I feel like I might be in my perfect place.
Right. Well, that's good to hear.
Well, April 8th, we have a total solar eclipse coming through. We are
April
not,
8th.
Right.
in Conroe, we're not in the absolute path of totality. But we're really close, and it's going to be spectacular. It's going to get dark in the middle of the day.
I'm originally from Kerrville, Texas, in Kerrville
dark there
in the hill country, and it is smack dab in the middle. I was over there a couple of weeks ago and talking to the mayor, who's a friend of mine, and he said they're expecting the town to triple in size that weekend.
Well, I was
and
going to say,
it's
a lot of
Monday.
the hotels are sold out in Dallas because
Right.
people are traveling to see it.
Right. Yeah. And we have some property that people have actually contacted us if we wanted to rent it out. No, we don't.
Well, he's traveling with his family to the Kerrville home,
Right.
and then I'm traveling with my family to an Airbnb that I rented out. So we are going to be there
Right.
for the path of totality, and we're going to have pictures and things on our social media. So that's at Remnant Stew Podcast on Facebook and Instagram. And
Oh, we have a giveaway too.
We do have a giveaway. So we
I
have
love giveaways.
Yes.
one thing you need to know about a solar eclipse is that you cannot look at it directly. You absolutely have to have glasses that are ISO certified.
International something organization.
No, yeah, well, yeah, something.
ISO
We don't.
means, I'm not sure what it means, but anyway, they're the people that certified the glasses that you can look through
And
to see an eclipse.
so you can't look through it with sunglasses.
No.
And
I'm part of a
you
local something organization, the LSO.
oh,
Very
Oh,
similar.
that's good.
okay. Well, and so the ISO certifies. So LSO is that Lone Star
Local
local
something organization.
local.
He's pulling your leg, Leah. Come on. He's filling in for
Okay.
Phil.
He's had a lot of caffeine.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I should be used to this.
Thank
Okay.
you, Hellcat. Thank you, Hellcat Coffee.
Right.
We had an eclipse that happened not too long ago. So if you have
Back in
ISO,
October, there was a partial one here.
that's right. If you have ISO glasses, you need to make sure that they're not scratched. But we're giving, and they're pretty cheap. You can get them on Amazon.com,
Okay.
pretty
Yeah.
cheap. But we do have some that we're giving away.
And they have our logo on them too.
They do
That's
have our
exciting.
logo on them. They have Sir Kraken on them.
Yeah.
And so
Bring
what?
one?
We sure did.
I did bring them.
Oh wow.
Yes, we did so.
Let me see.
Oh, well.
You showed them to me a minute ago. I'm sure you got them.
And so what you need to do to get these
see 'em?
glasses is you can
Give me some.
follow us on our Instagram
Yes.
Follow you, I promise.
and
Or some other social media, Facebook or Instagram.
Facebook or Instagram,
Yeah.
and then make a post saying sharing Remnant Stew, and then either message us on our Instagram or Facebook or send an email to staycurious@remnantstew.com and tell us if you want one pair or two pair, and we'll send them to you absolutely free.
That's right.
So can we do the interview like this? No.
That's right.
Yeah, they have the glasses on, and you absolutely can't see. That's how you know that they're great glasses to look at the sun with. You
'Cause you
can
can't
look
see
at this.
anything.
Yeah, you can't see anything but the
Oh
sun.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I had to put my glasses on to see that.
Oh,
I have a picture of Sir Kraken with some of the glasses on also. So. Yeah.
Nice. Do I get to keep these?
They're
You get
yours
to
to
keep-
keep.
yes. You get to
Seriously?
keep them.
Serious.
What about his? Does he get to
Yeah,
keep
he
them?
yes.
gets one.
You get to keep them too.
Man, how about that?
why are you trying to take his?
We're very generous at Remnant Stew.
Okay, no more coffee for you.
So that's going to be a big event.
Everybody gets to keep the glasses. Look at that.
Yeah.
These are really cool though. I mean,
When does your podcast air?
We drop a new one every Monday, every other Monday. I'm sorry.
That's
So
right.
but you can find it anywhere podcasts are found.
Google, we're on Spotify. We're
Right.
on Google. Oh my goodness.
look at your little QR
Yeah, Apple.
code there and everything.
Yeah,
That,
right.
That's really cool.
That's right. So our glasses have a QR code that you can
Right.
you can listen from our website, remnantstew.com.
Yeah, remnantstew.com is where a lot of people like to go to listen, or anywhere you can find
I'm definitely
podcasts.
gonna go listen.
But any podcast app, as well as Spotify, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, that sort of thing. Just
I think
look for
we can-
The rule of
Remnant
thumb is
Stew.
to make sure you're wearing some kind of protective eyewear.
Right.
I mean,
Absolutely.
that's got to happen.
Well, it has to be a really specific kind, or else you could.
Yeah.
But you can do the cardboard box method, right? You put the hole in
Well,
it.
yeah,
and-
that's a pinhole method. That's not looking directly at the
Pinhole,
sun.
right.
That's so with when the eclipse comes, you can take a colander or anything with holes in it.
Yeah.
Okay. And you can hold it up where you can see the shadow on the ground. And as the what's happening is the moon is going in front of the sun. That's what causes a solar eclipse. And as it does, it makes that crescent. The sun looks like a crescent. And so the shadow on the ground through those holes are going to look like a crescent. So you can check out the progress of the eclipse doing that.
I believe
It's
what
really
makes
cool.
this one kind of unique also is that the moon is a bit closer to the Earth. You know, the moon its orbit around the Earth isn't the same distance away all the time. There are times that it's a bit closer, times it's farther away. It's closer, so it's actually going to block out more of the sun.
It's gonna block out
sometimes there's
all
a-
of the sun. That's what a
sometimes there's
total-
a eclipse, but you can still see a kind of a rim of the sun around it. This one's going to block out the whole sun. You can only see what they call the corona, the light coming around the edge of the moon.
Right. So that's called an annular eclipse where it leaves. It
Leaks a
doesn't.
little,
Yeah,
yeah.
it leaves a ring and it doesn't cover the entire sun. We had that back in October.
Right.
But this one's going to be a total solar eclipse, so it's going to get dark.
Yeah, here in
gonna get
Conroe, it'll get nearly dark for about 4 minutes, I think.
Yes, and just to
Middle of
give
the
you
day.
some time frame, let's see. I believe I wrote it down here.
1:30 or something.
No, well, I think 1:30 is about the time that
Should
it
be over
is-
about then. Starts at 12:30, I think. Yeah.
No, I think 1:30 is the
Oh, is
time
it?
that it's
Okay.
peaking.
Okay.
And then it's over at 3.
So we can make a whole
So
lunch
right
out
in the
of it.
middle
Yeah.
of the day.
Yeah.
You can't miss
Make
it.
a day of it.
Yeah, make a day of
There
it.
you go. Okay. So the whole
So
afternoon.
does anything weird happen?
You know,
Solar eclipse?
not necessarily. However, historically, this came up in I was a history teacher for many years in Montgomery, and this came up in our Look to the Sky episode. Christopher Columbus had charts telling him when eclipses would happen.
That's right.
Wow.
So when he was making his trips to what we now know North America, the islands off of North America, some of the natives didn't want to trade with him, and so he told them, "Trade with me, or I'm going to take the moon away."
Oh gosh.
Well, yeah, they went, yeah, right. But then they saw the moon starting to disappear and said, "I told you, God is displeased with you because you won't trade with me." So immediately they started trading with him, and so then the moon started coming back. So that's the best, one of the best eclipse stories that I know as far as something weird.
Yeah.
And that was a lunar eclipse. But I will tell you that during
Yeah,
a
lunar eclipse, right.
total solar eclipse, the wildlife kind of gets confused.
Oh, yeah,
So-
chickens will go roost.
Yeah, and roosters will crow
Yeah.
when the sun comes back, and crickets a lot of times will come out and start chirping. So they get a little confused.
Right.
So right now, isn't there like this solar thing going on where the polar reversal's happening at the same time?
Oh no, that
Now I've heard
an
about the
interesting story.
sun's polar,
Yeah.
the polar. There's
Polarity.
something going on with the flipping of the poles of the sun, and I don't understand.
But it's happening at the same time for the first time during this type of eclipse, which I think represents an oddity in itself.
Yeah, I would think so. And I've read a little bit about it, but I don't know enough to speak on it.
So it's the
intelligently.
exaggerated aurora borealis and some of these other things and phenomena that occur with that is recurring because of that solar polarity shift.
I think it's been a good year for the Northern Lights, from what people have told me that,
So,
that live
yeah.
that are in the northern areas. I was in Canada. I was hoping to see them, didn't see them, but yeah.
They were saying at some point, end of April, that you could probably just go to New Mexico and see them.
Really?
Oh, that's gonna be.
you know.
Well,
that's
hopefully we'll
because
get that
of
down
the-
in Conroe. I don't know.
Well, because of that shift, so it's so much, I guess, from the stars. You know what I mean? And in the solar system happening that's affecting Earth. They were talking about something happening on Mars
then
that hasn't.
aliens are
Yeah.
Lots of that. Lots of that. You know.
All right.
I just think that there's a lot in play there. No, and I know you delve in the supernatural a bit, and
A little bit.
yeah, a little bit, you know, and you know, and I'll just leave it at that. But what are your thoughts about this whole solar thing on the 8th? I mean,
About what do you think?
I don't
it's
know.
a
You tell
harbinger-
me.
He's
Well,
asking, should he get his tinfoil hat on?
You know, that's never a bad idea.
Mm.
Just saying.
I'm staying out of that one.
Cleanse out.
I'm a doubter.
We do delve into conspiracy theories. We have 2 episodes on that coming
Right,
up.
Coming up.
Cool.
And conspiracy theories and the paranormal a little bit, and aliens, because we had 2 look to the skies.
it.
Yeah, look to the skies episodes. One
Look
was
to the
things that you could see in the skies, but another dealt with just aliens. And I tend to be a believer in that.
Yeah.
But
Not here.
yeah, see, so we're a little, but we're both skeptics. I will say that we
What
are
about,
skeptics.
I mean, I there's a couple of houses here in Conroe that they say are haunted.
Now, I would love to know all about that, but I don't know. I don't
There are some
know.
haunted houses here in Conroe. Some that have just awkwardly been vacant over and over and sold again and changed, and identities have changed, and yet it still remains vacant.
Still
A
there.
few of these. There's and you know the old Civil War trains used to come through Montgomery out there, right?
Right.
You know,
That's
back
right.
in the day, and it was always the injured that moved through here, the wounded,
Yeah.
the transitioning.
There-
She knows more about that. Leah
I
also
do.
hosts the ghost tour of
In
the old town
Montgomery.
Montgomery.
A very historic ghost tour. So there was a Civil War camp in Montgomery, and there's a home there called Melrose Home that was built in 1854. So it was before the Civil War, and it was taken over as a hospital.
Yeah, makes it fun.
And so, and that is now Hodgepodge Lodge. The owner assures me it is not haunted.
What about that?
But other people say it is, and he just doesn't want to say. So
It's a beautiful house.
The bomb shelter place that nobody's been in.
Oh, the Weston building. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
well. There
thought-
are businesses in there now.
now?
There are. There's Geo, and I actually asked them to for us to interview them for the podcast. They are fascinating. They declined, but
Still
what
got
they
50 cal on the
do
roof up there?
do what?
That big old mounted gun on the roof?
I don't know anything about a mounted gun, but what we're talking about, if any of y'all don't know, is there is in Montgomery this property on the corner of 2854 and 105 that someone, and I can't remember
It was actually owned by Madame Chiang Kai-shek.
Okay, that's right. So,
And, you know,
they went in and built a.
She was her husband was the nationalist leader in China, and when they got thrown out by the communists, they came here and they built this kind of a complex out there. And it had, I mean, in the 80s when I was here, it first came to Montgomery. Yeah, there were guards there. It was very heavily guarded.
Pretty state of the art for the time as well.
Very
Even
state of the
back
art
then.
for the
Absolutely.
time.
It's kind of off the road. You really can't see it unless you know where to look. You can kind of see the top corner of the building as you drive past,
Yeah.
kind of across
Kinda
from the
butt
pizza
that
shack
back in
out there.
Did
You
you
know.
say you thought it might have been haunted?
I mean, wasn't it empty for a long time?
It was empty for a long
The
time
city of
because they didn't
Conroe,
know what
or
to
the-
do with it.
I think Montgomery County owned it for a while and was using it for emergency
Yeah.
organization and that kind of thing. So,
But now
yeah.
I know that there's two businesses in there. One is a server where they back up a lot of
Oh,
things,
yeah.
and so
That's a great
very
place for it.
secure,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And the other is Geo, which is a company that deals with geo coordinates and things like that, and
Geofencing?
Mapping.
not geofencing, but well, here's the
Tracking,
thing:
mapping.
tracking. And what they do is they're a rescue type organization. So if you live out in the middle of, and here a very real circumstance, and there was a man that lived in Scotland. It was very remote, extremely remote. So his parents, his family, his loved ones got him a tracker that connected to Geo
Yeah.
here in Montgomery, so that if anything happened to him, he could call through that. And he did. He fell in, broke his leg, I
Grandma's
believe.
going, life alert.
And so, yeah, it's kind of like Life Alert, but it's
I put one of those on my
global.
luggage when I travel too. You know.
It's global. So when
phone
you
does
are
it.
backpacking in
Yeah.
like certain areas, you can
Yeah.
take one of their trackers, and if you call out, they will send rescue
So
to you.
what about the cotton gin?
What about the guns?
The cotton gin.
The cotton gin. Okay, the cotton gin. I don't know when that building was built, but it was a cotton gin. It's behind Phil's Roadhouse.
Yeah.
And it is vacant. It is very vacant, and it's falling down. But it has been everything from a hair salon, a barbecue place, and I think the last thing it was a biker bar. It is reported to be haunted. The people at Phil's Roadhouse say that, and they own, I believe they own that as well.
But it's haunted.
But they say that they see lights out there, both outside the building and inside the building. But there's no electricity to it.
That's where the old railway
So,
was. So, like, if you
it's-
follow the tracks, aren't they, like, right
Well,
up
Phil's
next to it?
Roadhouse is where our train station was in Montgomery. We
Yeah,
had
so-
both passenger
used to be.
service and freight service.
Imagine you were dropping off the wounded and the all the way dead there.
That's right. A lot of Civil War soldiers came through there.
Yeah.
Right.
Some of them on their last ride home.
These guys. I imagine there was a lot of that. You know, that how do you transition with all the bodies and all this stuff? And
There-
how do you handle a war on the continent, you know, and all this?
There was a lot of that
So
going
I think
on.
that had a lot of that going on, and this shuffle that might have
Right.
been hastily done, and the reason.
Well,
There
there-
are so many ghosts. at the convention. That's why.
There's so many ghost stories now, and
You know
and
why.
Steve is getting uncomfortable because he is not a
Sorry, Steve.
believer, and we don't handle a lot of the paranormal on the podcast.
No.
On the podcast,
No,
and
I
don't-
shoot them down, but occasionally I'll say, okay, no, that one was interesting. You know.
Well, I saw from other shows and other places, and I mean, I'm class of 1989, Montgomery High School era. You
Right.
know, that whole that was the thing. I mean, we
Right.
talked about it.
Well, that was the only thing to do in town was talk about.
Montgomery was a blinker light town in those
That's
days.
right.
Yeah.
That's right.
And you were retired from Montgomery ISD, right?
I just retired 2 years ago from teaching. I taught 42 years.
Wow.
Okay, and you were at the junior high.
out at the junior high most of the time.
That's right. And let me ask you, what was that goat about?
The goat, you know about the goat story.
Okay, so Montgomery was a bustling town. It was the center of commerce. It was the center of
It was the county
political.
seat.
It was the county seat before Conroe
Take that,
viciously
Willis.
stole it from us.
Willis
saying.
helped him steal it.
Yeah, Willis did.
Montgomery and
help him
Willis
steal
have been rivals for 150 years.
It's like the
That's right.
Waverly, New Waverly story.
Oh,
You know, there's
yeah.
one
Yeah.
there too. But
Yeah.
go ahead. Let me not slow this one down
Yeah.
with the other local lore.
it.
Yeah.
So
I want to hear about the goat.
when Montgomery was a bustling town in the early 1900s, a goat wandered into town, and no one knew where it came from, what farm it. No one claimed it, but it was super sweet. It was just like a little dog, and so the town kind of adopted it, and it hung out by the well, which is. If you know where the old community center is, that's where our courthouse used to be before.
Montgomery's Community Center.
Montgomery Community
Are you
Center.
talking about where the
stone
on the
building.
23rd the community garage sale is going to be at? There in Montgomery.
Probably so,
9 and
yes.
1 o'clock this
That would be the
weekend on
one.
Saturday. Tomorrow.
That would be the one.
greatest garage sale in our area is going to be going on down there.
That is the
place?
one, and you can
Go
visit
ahead.
the well and you can visit the goat. So we have a statue of that goat. So it was the mascot, basically, of Montgomery.
Visit the goat and the well while I'm doing the community garage
Well,
sale.
and while you're in
With
there-
over 40 booths.
While you're there now, this is the history teacher me coming out. You need to go inside and look at the plaque over the fireplace
Oh.
that honors the 16 young men from Montgomery who died in World War II. Think about
you go.
16 men, or 16 young men, just that would be a lot today, but in that era,
Yeah.
it was such a small place. You know, it must have really ripped a hole in the community.
It did. I mean,
right.
graduating class 1989, Montgomery High School, I'm thinking 86.
Right. So if you lose 16 people in 1940, that was a really, in the 1940s, that was
Almost
a
all
really
of
big
them.
hole. Yeah. So there's a nice
right.
plaque honoring them with all their names over the fireplace. So yeah, you should go see that when you're in Montgomery.
Yeah.
Too.
So go ahead. I'm sorry. The goat.
The goat. Well, it was, it was a goat that was it was the town mascot or the town pet and epitomized the friendliness of Montgomery. And so it pretty much hung out by the well because people would give it a drink of water and feed it there, but it also learned to go into the saloon and get some beer.
Right.
But and we had a statue there. There is a picture of it at the well as well, real picture of the real goat. But we have a statue there commemorating the town goat, and he never had a name until 2020 when the school children had a contest and they named him Monty. And now Monty is embraced by the community, and there are goat statues in his honor all around the town. Painted in different ways. So there's one at Chick-fil-A painted up like a cow.
Have you seen any ghosts associated with the goat
With
A
a
goat
goat,
ghost.
I have not.
spiritual
I would be.
thing?
Seen a goat
I would be a
ghost.
believer in the goat ghost, perhaps. But yeah.
But
Yeah, right. That was the what is the sin offering? You know, who knows? Somebody else has wandered into town, just never left.
You should open a bar called Drunken Goat, and I bet you'll
Saw
see.
that contest.
So I wonder they should have called them the Montgomery Goats instead of the Bears.
goat
You know.
contest.
That should have been the mascot.
that's right. I always
Now this
wondered
was
why.
you're talking the goat was like around the early
It
1900s.
was
right?
early 1900s,
Yeah.
like 1906, I think.
Right.
Don't quote me on that, but really early 1900s is when that goat was in there.
Did you hear anybody teaching about it? Wasn't there a principal that taught about it a lot over at the school? Brought up that goat all the time.
I don't know about a principal, but yeah, there's some teachers that
Embellished that a bit.
that have brought it. You know, when I think about history teachers, did you ever know Miss Owens, Bessie Owens?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, she was there for a long time, and she knew everything about Montgomery history. And
It's interesting.
Brenda Bevan is the one now that teaches a lot about it, though,
That's
too.
right.
She,
It's good, that we bring those things up, talk and resurface some of the past because it gets lost. It really does. It gets lost in the shuffle.
And I have no
Yeah.
clue because I'm not.
I love when I
from
call
here.
somebody that's really young, that's new to town, and says, "What's that goat all about?"
yeah.
It represents this, that, and the other from this, that, and I'm like, "No, it doesn't."
I have no
do
idea.
Yeah,
There
it's
you
just a
go.
goat. That's all it was.
Just the goat, yeah.
Just
Well,
a
it
goat that
does-
people
it-
liked and made a statue of it. Montgomery's pretty good about, in the 7th grade Texas history class, all Texas history,
Yeah.
Montgomery students have to do a Montgomery history project. I mean,
Scavenger hunt
Scavenger
project.
hunt.
That's
So
really
your daughter's going to be there next year. You'll hear all about that. So they go all over town. And sometimes kids have dressed up in period costumes
Oh, wow.
while they
That's
go.
cool.
They have to
That's
go
right.
get their picture taken at certain places, and it's kind of done in a riddle. The teachers do just an outstanding job there of coordinating that, and it's kind of almost a year-long project. But yeah, it's a big deal.
And we're
So,
growing leaps and bounds in Montgomery. I mean,
Oh, my
we're
goodness.
usually, like,
2 junior
5
highs,
days.
2 high schools.
Absolutely.
And they're busting at the seams, already, and it's brand new.
When I was teaching at Montgomery, you mentioned it. They were at about 1,300 kids back in the 80s. Now they're right at 10,000. So yeah, it's really grown a lot.
Yeah, we're at 2.4A.
Yeah, 2.4. But the old timers there. There's one of the schools, Montgomery Elementary, where you can still see cows out the back door. So that's one of the nice things about.
Yeah,
still
I
have a
went
little
to
bit
high
of it.
school in Hart and Jefferson, and there was definitely cows.
Right.
You can see them at Medley Ranch. That's an MISD elementary school.
Right.
That's on the
right.
old. I think it was a rancher's land.
Right.
Medleys,
Walden area,
The Medleys, they were cattle ranchers. So yeah, there's still some cows running around, out around.
Got them around here and there.
Yeah. April 8th.
April 8th.
April 8th is the
Totality, and you're going to be in the.
We'll be out in the hill
line of
country.
that. And where
in the
can
dark.
we watch that? Where can we watch what you're recording? Are you doing any live stuff?
I don't know that we're going to do it live. Because people need to watch it for themselves. Yeah, they don't need to be watching a live feed. But we are going to have pictures and everything from the Path of Totality. But no, I don't want anyone watching a live stream. You can go to space.com and watch a live stream if you want to. But I mean,
Can
hearing
you go to space.com watch the live stream?
yes, you can. They're
That's
going to
cool.
have a live stream.
So, I was looking on the map, and it looks like one line goes this way, and then one line goes this way.
Well,
What's
the one
that-
was
what's
from
that
the
other one?
October.
Yeah, they were showing different. Then they were showing different eclipses. But this one is
They were
entering.
talking about an intersection
In Kerrville, actually, because they both went over Kerrville at the same. One of them went over Kerrville in October. The other one is actually going over Kerrville, going a different direction this time. And so it's kind of eclipse central. That's what they're calling themselves now.
So it's kind of entering. It's coming up through Mexico and going
Kind of northeast.
northeast across the United States. So
It
it's
kind of goes to the west of San Antonio, Austin, Dallas, and then back on through Arkansas and up to Maine, actually. So.
And then tell us again how we can get some of these cool glasses.
So if you want some official Remnant Stew podcast glasses, eclipse glasses, like our Facebook or Instagram, make a post about Remnant Stew or share one of our posts.
Right.
And then either message us on Facebook and Instagram or email us at staycurious@remnantstew.com and ask us for either one pair or two pair, and we'll send them to you free of charge.
Check out our episodes. We've got more than 80, and we're adding a new one every other week. And we've got some exciting ones coming up. We took a little break, and then we're starting up again. And our newest one just came out last week called Underground. And
That's awesome. I love the concept to Underground.
Yeah.
That sounds like it's going to be a cool show.
One of my favorite
help me out.
stories-
What's the weirdest thing
Okay.
underground?
well, I tell you, one of my favorite stories from that one was up in Tulsa. Back in 1957, it was their 50th birthday, and so they had this great idea. They got a brand new car, and they said, we're going to hide this car in an underground chamber, and in 50 years from now, we're going to open it up. And they had people guess what the population of Tulsa would be in 50 years, and whoever got the closest was going to win the car.
So it was like a time capsule.
Yeah,
that
a
they
time
did.
capsule with a car in it. So you've got to listen to that episode to see how that story went.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Yeah. And you've got 80 episodes up there for us to watch. We can binge watch that whole thing.
Yeah,
How long's an
absolutely.
episode?
They're 45 minutes to an hour generally, and it's not video; it's just audio. So you can work while you're working out at the gym. It makes a great thing to listen to.
We are on YouTube though.
Okay,
on
cool.
There
YouTube.
is it's not video,
No
it's
video.
audio, but it's on YouTube and any podcast app.
Right.
Yeah, I want to check out the what happens here. For the whole solar eclipse.
It'd be fun.
Yeah. Well, guys, thank you for coming on the show, Dr. Meeker. Miss Lamp, thank you so much. We look
Thank
forward to
you.
visiting with you again, and we'll find you at remnantstew.com.
.com.
Remnantstew.com. Thank you.
Bam. We'll be back after this.
Lone Star Radio on my mind. So won't you kick your feet up?
Texas Ticket is sponsored by True Texas Solar, Montgomery County's trusted provider of turnkey solar solutions for your home. True Texas Solar provides renewable clean energy services to residential homeowners seeking energy independence to reduce or eliminate electrical utility grid costs while utilizing government and manufacturing incentives for renewable energy savings. True Texas Solar can be reached by phone at 936-286-8255 8325 or visit them online at www.truetexassolar.com.
Tune in to 104.5. Lone Star Radio on my mind. So won't you kick your feet up?
Welcome back to the Texas Tickets, Armando and Shurrie Potts for the Punch Your Texas Ticket segment of the show. Man, like, what's his name?
I think you're out of coffee now. So.
Punch Your Texas Ticket segment of the show. Like, wow, let's take a caller. Oh no, that's the production team. So,
What's going on?
oh my gosh, is it not busy and crazy? I don't even.
It is the
It's like
busiest
so
month.
thick. I got like 9 minutes to share this with you folks so before they have to move on to. I think it's another show they have coming on here later. Something about the Ukrainian war on YouTube, I'm sure.
Anyway.
You know, some other stuff. But we got very limited time.
Yeah, to talk about a whole month worth of stuff. So
And it's
like
all in one
literally
day.
almost every
It's
day.
all in one day.
No,
You know, it's
it's
all on the
multiple
20th.
days.
Okay, you're right.
Multiple days.
Okay, so premier event, Biggest Texas Fest.
Yes. which
Just
is
put
not
that
this
down.
one.
Yeah, that's happening. Big as Texas. Tracy Bird's going to be there.
I know.
It's going to be pig races.
Pig racing?
Pig.
Axe throwing? There's gonna be
Swine. May 10th, 11th, and 12th. You can get your tickets now at biggest.texasfest.com.
Yes.
And you know you can go to the Biggest Texas Fest and you can see a lodging Hyatt logo there.
Yeah.
You're there.
I am.
Special discounted rates. You can go see the
Yes.
Hyatt.
Yeah,
Hyatt.
if you're looking for rooms to stay the night, we definitely have a rate that you can find on their website.
And if you scroll a little further down, you can go down to marketing and social media, and it is Golakeconroe down there, official supporter of Biggest Texas Fest.
Good.
Yeah, right. Wanted to share that. You know, really grateful, and glad to be supported. Such a great fest. It has such meaningful causes behind it.
Yes.
There's, you know, and I know it's fractional in percentage and all that, you know, but still. Lots of revenues get moved through these groups and move through different ways. They purchase tickets, and every ticket matters. Every dollar counts. And these people didn't have any other way to earn revenues other than these things, so they're real helpful. And some of the groups are listed there at biggest.texasfest.com. You can go see the nonprofits and the organizations that they're supporting specifically and know exactly who they're going to. But anyway, Biggest Texas Fest, May 10th, 11th, and 12th. That's our premier event. I'm just going to shoot through some of these
Go
events. I got the Brooks and Dunn reboot tour. Brooks and Dunn. They're going to be over at the Mitchell Woods Pavilion here in the Woodlands, Texas. And Lord only knows when. I mean, I got nothing there. But Brooks and Dunn are coming.
Yeah. 2024.
Probably in the foreseeable future, I would say. Probably within the next 20 to 30 days, if not less. Somewhere. Anyway, there's no date there. See that? Can you see that? No. Okay, so Braxton Keith, March 30th. I have a date on that, and that's going to be at 8:30 p.m. at Do-Si Do, the Big Bar, Chelsea's
Yes,
place.
Chelsea. Go see them.
Oh, yeah, it's not her place,
No,
but
but
you know,
yes. Steve's
yeah,
place.
kind of. Pseudo. She works really hard over there. She does a lot of work for those guys. You can go see Braxton and Keith.
Yep.
Do-Si Do, the Big Barn, March 30th. And then there's the community garage sale thing that's going on. I mean, I think they all like notify each other. All the POAs getting
Oh, yeah.
the cahoots, the militant wing of the Salvation Army, and the all the the Purple Heartitures.
So is
you
this
know.
all of Conroe?
Well,
or is it just Grand Central?
Well, there's two. One, the Grand Central Park Conroe's Lake House community garage sale. It says Lake House, but I'll tell you right now, it ain't at the Lake House. Right? You go down there to the Lake House, Grand Central Park Conroe, tell you right now, it's not over there. But you can go get your maps the day before. Like, you can go get them now. Go get your maps for all the garage sales, and then you know where to go, because that's all that they're giving out at the Grand Central Park Lake House. So you go get your map, go around, tour the neighborhood, 8 to 1, go to all the houses that are participating. They're not at the actual lake house.
Yeah.
I made that mistake last year. But anyway, if you're into that, all together flea market style setting where everybody comes together in one place like that, well, that's happening in downtown Montgomery, Texas, because that's how they roll down at Montgomery Community Building. You can see that. That's held by the historic city of Montgomery.
Nice.
Yeah, you can see that 14420 Liberty Street, Montgomery, Texas. And while you're there, you can go see that goat and
That's
whatnot.
tomorrow, by the way. Tomorrow.
It's tomorrow. Yeah, that's tomorrow, Saturday, and you get out there from 9 to 1. They'll be going on out there. And I'm going to be there. I'm going. I got some other friends over there. Les Chappell from Chappell Pressure Washing's got a booth out there. Him and his wife, they got all kinds of stuff. We moved, so we got all kinds of stuff. I'm my new minimalist lifestyle. If y'all don't buy what's in my booth, I'm going to leave it there in the grass and run off afterwards.
Don't
So
do
you
that.
just hold off. Just let it lurk in there. I didn't sell that. He's going to leave it in the grass. Just come on down and just hang out. So anyway, that is Saturday, tomorrow morning. And you can go out there Saturday the 23rd
Yeah.
in Montgomery or around Grand Central Park, Conroe, and garage sell your heart out.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, so Easter brunch and buffet. Tell us a little bit about that.
So the Hyatt is going to host another Easter brunch buffet at Conroe. So it's similar to what we did for Thanksgiving and Christmas, except it's $59, I believe. You took my thing away. $59 for adults, $15 from 6 to 12, and it's free for 5 and under. And there's 2 settings for the brunch, 11 to 1 and then 1:30 to 3.
It's a buffet?
Yeah. And then we're also doing an Easter egg hunt. So bring the kids, bring the baskets. We'll bring the goods.
Is the Easter egg hunt included? Free?
Yeah.
Gratis?
Yeah,
Okay,
you don't
cool.
actually have to go to the buffet. You can just come to the Easter egg hunt too.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
So we're doing the Easter egg hunt at 12:45
Sounds
and
fantastic.
2:45. But bring your own basket because we do not have any.
12:45 and 2:45. There's 2 separate hunts.
Yep.
Are there any like crazy eggs with like room stays in it? Bungalows,
Probably
massages
not.
from the
No. Probably just a whole lot of candy.
whole lot of candy. Okay, so that's going on. Hyatt Regency Grand Central Park here in Conroe. You can go right there straight after you finish your garage sale.
No, that's a
that's
different
different day.
day.
Different day. So you can go to your garage sale on the 23rd tomorrow,
Yes.
Saturday. Stay the night that night. Just chill out there.
And use your Grand Central Parkway code.
There you go, super discount. It's like
Yeah.
I got everything for less.
Exactly.
But Hyatt's brand new. So that's different. That's brand new. The Martial Arts Festival.
Oh, yeah.
God, this is the guy.
Oh, that's in April.
That's Dave Marcata.
Oh, so is it
he's
Mike
gonna-
Thomas?
Yeah.
Yeah. But from the-
insurance
yeah.
knife. Yeah, Mike Thomas and Marcata.
Yeah.
And they're gonna bring all kinds of different folks, different kinds of fight trainers and training, and it's like a camp. If you're into any of these martial arts sports, you can go and you can learn from Marcata and some of the other guys, and they all have different specialties.
Yeah.
Right. Everything. I mean, there's a list, so you go there and visit with them.
Yeah, Doug Marcata, or Marcata, whatever. I don't know how to
I
say
know.
it.
I feel like I'm just going
He's
out with a whisper.
from, what's it, the Knife Show?
Yeah, well, he's from the History Channel. Yeah,
Forged.
Forged in Fire.
Forged in
Yeah,
Fire,
and but he's also I think he does.
No, yeah, he's definitely.
Krav Maga or something like
Yeah.
that. He's got some technique that he's mastered in or really good at, and
Mm-hmm.
and I only steal away when I throw it around like that. But anyway, so there's a host of shows, a lot of leaders and worthy teachers and prospects on folks at different fighting styles that they're introducing there. And so
Yeah.
you could take the tour and tour them all, or you could just visit with the one individuals. They've got stuff like that. There's some a meet and greet, some other things. A lot to look forward to. And we've got them coming out on the show. That's not until April 13th and 14th.
Right.
Hopefully we'll have them here in the studio or do a Zoom thing
Yeah.
with them. I think that's what's on the table for week after next. I
Nice.
think. Montgomery Mudbug and Music Festival tomorrow. Randy
Actually,
Rogers.
Is it tomorrow, right?
Yeah, that'll be tomorrow. Gates open at 1:00.
Okay.
And you can catch Randy Rogers. Doesn't get on stage till about 8:30. But you can. They've been hauling crawfish out there for like days now. I
went last year. It
saw
was
Charlie
fun.
Diggs. He was it was one of Buster Barsh's trucks, and
Yeah.
I swear there was buckets of crawfish back there steaming.
It was beautiful last year, and it was a good time. So for sure, Wayne Toops is going to be there too.
Wayne Toops kills it. He's really good. And Jeff Canada's going to be there. My good friend Jeff Canada.
Yeah.
He sings that Pink Tamale song. And it's really good this time of year. Everybody likes it during the Easter holidays because it's. He was in a band called the Pastels, and it's all pastel colors. Kind of goes with the Easter thing. Yeah. And he was here. We all dressed in pastel when he came.
So also starting Thursday.
That did happen. We did all dress in pastel. Anyway, what's going on Thursday?
The Conroe Crossroads.
Oh yeah. So just wrapping up on Mudbug Music Festival. Get all that. Get on there. Montgomery tickets are on sale now. We'll put the link down below. Jason, Michael, Carol, Wayne Toops. Dylan Wheeler, there's an auction from 8:15 to 8:30, and then Randy Rogers hits the stage at 8:30. Wrapping up, the side stage has the DJ and the Zydeco Bandits, finishing with Jeff Canada. But there's a lot of big stuff. Now, we were talking about Easter, and I'm getting it all twisted in there. But March 31st is Easter Sunday,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
March 24th is Palm Sunday. Memorial Day is May 27th. Good Friday, March 29th. And if you're not familiar with Good Friday, everybody's going to eat fish.
Right. Well, no, isn't that when Easter Sunday is when Lent stops, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Good Friday is still the fish
Yeah.
day.
Okay, that's right.
Seafood.
Yeah.
I know we were on the fence with chicken when I was growing up.
I'm not Catholic, so I don't know.
Nevertheless. Crawfish season, a lot of people don't know, but that's midwinter to early summer, kicks off.
It's on now.
March to June is
Yeah.
considered peak
Yeah.
peak season.
Yeah.
Peak season, and they get good stuff. So that's the 40-foot view of what's in front of us now. Going to what you were talking about Thursday, which is a hot day for the Conroe Crossroads Festival. They got a lot of cool stuff going on. Cannon Brand down there at Pacific Yard House.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jake Bush at Red Brick Tavern, and both those start at 9:00. Conroe Thursday, March 21st. You can also catch. Is it Good Looks?
Yeah, Good Looks.
At Corner Pub, and that's a little later. That show starts at 10. Chad Cook Bands at 202 North Main starts at 7. Get you out a little earlier, and Aaron Copeland at about 8:00. So, and that just kicks it off on Thursday. You know, there's shows Friday. We got Peyton Howie on there, Willow Creek. It goes on and on. Southern Disposition. Debbie Glenn's band. They'll be playing over at Pacific, I think, or 202.
Nice.
I want to know.
Squeeze Box Bandits. That sounds fun.
Squeeze Box Bandits, and you get your bands and all that stuff at 202 North Main. That's the box office. You can go there, get your tickets.
Can you buy them online?
You can, and it's a real nice site. The Mighty Orc is playing on Sunday, and I'll tell you, he's been on the show. It's fabulous. He plays the Big Easy downtown Houston mostly, but I'm making sure he's part of my visit, and we're going to stop by and see that. Also do this. There's a VIP party Friday night. Probably stop into that, see what that's got going on. But at 202 Main at 1:30, there's a crawfish
Sunday, yeah.
boil with music by AM/FM.
Yeah.
Now I know AM/FM is really cool, and but crawfish boil, is that included? I got questions. I need to go,
probably not.
right, but
Crawfish are
if I got a
expensive.
VIP ticket, it's kind of part of it.
I don't
It's in
feel
the
like
yellow
that's-
box.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't think so. I'm
in
gonna
the
go with
yellow-
no.
Because other than that, I'll go straight to Mighty Orc at Corner Pub. But otherwise, I might stop in and go get some of that free crawfish, over at 202 North Main, and AM/FM playing over there. Curtis Grimes is playing over at Table at Medley, and Mike Stanley will be at Red Brick Tavern on Sunday. But there's a whole lot of other stuff. Go to ConroeCrossroads.com and go check that out. Check out the whole schedule. There's a lot going on. You also have the Texas Lagerfest that
At
you brought
Foss
up. The
Brewing, yeah.
Foss Brewing,
On
the brewery known as
Foss.
Yeah.
On Saturday before Easter.
Mm-hmm.
12 to 8, $30. I think you get 6 samples, or maybe it's 5 samples.
50. It says sample over
No,
50,
but
all made.
You get a mix of it. And you can buy extra tickets.
There's fences in there?
But there's 50
like tickets or something like that?
Texas breweries participating.
Yeah, 50 different beers.
Yeah.
Yep, that's happening. Love Foss, love what they're doing. Dylan's a pedigreed brewmaster that's just out of this world. The Montgomery County Fair kicking off April 14th, I believe. April 12th. You can pick up your tickets now. The Sunshine Day show starts on April 12th. A few other things there, the barbecue and all that stuff. You can catch all of that, catch that action. Montgomery County Fair and Rodeo, mcfa.org. mcfa.org. There's a lot of early programs that are really cool. They're free. They're for different kinds of families. They've raised over $2 million in scholarships to help Montgomery County students.
Yeah.
So they're doing lots of great things, and there's lots of programs for seniors, for young people, special needs folks. There's the Sunshine program, which lets you bring your cat, your fish, your pet, your dog, your chicken, whatever you got.
The cook-off.
Everybody can get involved in the rodeo.
Yeah.
And that's the cool thing about it. It's an all play. So have a great opportunity to get to something like that. Montgomery County Fair and Rodeo, and like special thanks to Hellcat Coffee.
Yeah, Hellcat Coffee today.
Bringing us that coffee, and our sponsor, the True Texas Solar, folks. Texas Elite Mobile Services. Guys, we'll see you next week right here.
Turn your radio down.